change the camera on here. There we go. Sorry about that, you guys. A little bit of technical difficulty. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see, sorry about this. Trying to get all my stuff in order, and I was not quite ready to start the video yet. So I'm plugging up my microphone. There we go. All right. Okay, sound check. 1, 2, 3. Sound check. Oh, was it boiling? Oh. Needed about ½ inch from the top. Sorry, I'm getting my hot water ready, you guys. Stop. Yeah, thanks. As you guys know, sometimes when we're doing these reviews, we got to pull figures apart, and it's always good to have hot water on the ready just in case. All right, so today we're going to talk about Stratos and Buzz-Off. And hold on a second. Oh, to get my figures here all ready so we can go through these and talk about other figures in the line and how they compare. There we go. So let's see, where is... There he is. Well, this is actually the wrong Stratos, because this one I've already changed his wings and stuff on to do a comparison. But that's okay. Fit. Actually, I think he has the wrong head on too. Oh, I should get a different Stratos. Let me see if I got another Stratos sitting around here. No, I do not. Oh well. All right. Well, thanks for joining me. Sorry for the rough start. The toys of a time gone by. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Yes, Wave 7 figures do look pretty cool. All right, so let's go ahead and just start with Buzz-Off first. So here we have Buzz-Off. Buzz-Off. And I don't have an 80s version to show you. I got rid of him a long time ago because I was never really a huge Buzz-Off fan. Before we open it, let's look at the back. Here are other figures in the line, and it shows his wings going on there, and here's his stuff at the top. Leader of the Eternia's bee people, the androids. Buzz-Off uses his insect vision to keep an eye on Skeletor's evil plans. And of course, he's a flying guy, so kind of cool. You can fly around and spy easier on Skeletor. So let's go ahead and if you guys are here, you can sound off, and I will call you out by name. So maybe not to everybody, but all right, so he comes with a comic I haven't seen yet. Look at that. Challenge of Jitsu. That's pretty cool looking. And there's the comic for it. I tell you, the artwork on this is really good. They do a great job on this. Here's his what you can pull apart on him. Looks like everything, so that's cool. You can see there's He-Man running down there. There's Jitsu. Oh, it's like he's been beat up. Ugh. All right. Cool. So let's go ahead and cut him out of here. And he comes with this little brown axe thing that we've seen with the 80s figures, where it basically has a big old loop on the end so it can fit over his claw hand. Now, I remember there was one episode of the Filmation He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, some kind of bug guy, and he turned into this muscle-bound bug guy that was kind of handsome at the end and actually had a humanoid face. And I was kind of bummed they just didn't use Buzz-Off. I never understood that as a kid when I'd watch that cartoon. It's like, we already have a bug-like creature. They could have just used Buzz-Off instead of creating a new guy that we never got. A little bit frustrating as a kid watching it, and it's like, oh, what happened to using Buzz-Off? Ugh. Come on, man, get out of there. So here is Buzz-Off. Bzz, bzz. So Buzz-Off, he has ankle articulation. His knees move. He's got upper leg movement. His waist turns. He has shoulder movement. He has the standard elbow bend. His hand twists and flops back and forth in the breeze. So that's kind of cool. A little extra movement in there. And he has a removable helmet. And something new this time is the helmet has holes in it, and he has horns on his head. So that's kind of cool. That's something new we haven't seen before in any Buzz-Off. In fact, this is the head from the classics, and you can see that his actual antlers on his head are actually just part of the helmet, and these were just pushed down on his head. So it didn't actually come through the same way. So kind of weird. The paint does look really thick, like a real thick application on his face there. Let me see if I can find my extra light around here somewhere. I must have left it in the other room when I was taking pictures. Sorry, you guys. So let's go ahead and look at it compared to classics. Now this is my classics Buzz-Off here. Now my classics Buzz-Off is sporting the 2000X head that came with the extra headset, and he does have the horn sticking out. Let's see, just by curiosity, does it line up? Lines up a little bit. That looks ridiculous. But, and then I have a custom piece I made for him. It's like a giant bee stinger, kind of a lance with a bee stinger on the end, or some kind of big spear. Normally he came with this big old staff, which was really cool. And the 2000X one came with this staff right here that would shoot out some kind of little bee stinger looking piece. So that was kind of cool too. Hold it, man, in your hand. There we go. All right. So let's put his weapon in his hand. Now, Buzz-Off does have a female counterpart for She-Ra, but it just does not seem to match very well. So here she is right here. Sweet Bee, I think her name is. And she comes with a helmet head you can have too. But she obviously is very humanoid, where Buzz-Off is not. And her wings are pink instead of bee-like, so that's kind of weird too. So I did make a custom of her just so that I could have her a little more bee-like. Now I did not give her a bee head, which may have been kind of cool. But what I did do was take the 2000X Buzz-Off wings, and I converted them with this little piece right here so that they can go into her back. Let's see if I can get these in there or not. Fit. There we go. And I actually think these look way cooler than the standard pink wings that she comes with normally. I mean, that looks way more like a bee lady. And now she almost matches a little better to Buzz-Off. Not exactly, but a little better. So that is as far as my Buzz-Off collection goes, not monstrous, but there you go. All right, let's go ahead and set these guys aside. And let's get into Stratos. Now, what I like about Stratos is, first of all, his name, like Stratosphere. I mean, that's kind of cool. I think Mattel did a cool job naming him. That helmet's really hard to get off and on through his little antlers. It's funny, his antlers look more like horns than they do antlers. I could tell these are probably going to break off pretty easy. And they're kind of a pain. There we go. Got them lined up now. Bzzz. All right. It stinks I don't have my extra light in here. Yeah, I was taking pictures for eBay auctions earlier in the other room, and I guess I forgot to grab it. Let me take you guys' comments. Wow, you guys got a lot of them. Let's see what we got here. Then we'll dive into Stratos. Hey, Rick, thanks for joining us. Buzz-Off has a girlfriend. When he doesn't Like making honey love, he tells her to buzz off. That's hilarious, man. I'm gonna grab that light. I'm gonna be right back. Sorry, you guys. Forgot my light in here. Well, I have 3 of these. I still know where I put all the rest of them. All right, I got my light. I am set now for cracking into Stratos. See? But all right, so Stratos on the back. Oh, it shows the scene where he's fighting the octopus monster. That is so cool. That's one of my favorite scenes. I spent forever trying to find a cool orange octopus. Now, of course, an octopus is not exactly like that big old creature with its sharp teeth and mouth and mole type nose, but still, it still kind of is cool. And it shows that he has clip-on arm wings and can fly, and other figures in the line. Let's go ahead and bust them out of here. Now this Buzz-Off, or not Buzz-Off, this Stratos is based on, that's funny, he's also another flying character. I should have called this Flying Characters. But he's based on, supposed to be the mini-comic. That's funny. He's supposed to be based off the mini-comic, that's why he has the tan instead of the gray. And it looks like they may have given us the same comic because it's the same wave. So we already saw this, but here it is again. Is Buzz-Off even in this one? Oh, there he is. There's Buzz-Off. Now let's see if Stratos is in this one too. Oh, there he is. There's Stratos, but they have him in the gray instead of the tan, which is funny because he came with this comic, but they don't have... Nope. They might have changed color at some time or something. All right, let's go and set this aside, and let's get him out of there. Oh, there's his little wings. Now I believe this is the same armor that actually came with the other Stratos when I changed his armor, and the same head. So you can see what the armor is supposed to look like that I replaced with the wrestling guy. Oof. And he's sporting the blue wings and the red jetpack. And his articulation is the same as Buzz-Off. He's got the ankle, the boot cut, which is kind of strange, the leg, upper thigh, the waist, the shoulder, elbow, and of course his hand. And I've noticed these newer figures, the elbows and knees are not as stuck as they were in the other figures, it seems like. And then of course his head. There we go. And he has his clip-on wings, and you just clip them right on. Ooh. There we go. Ta-da. Now he's supposed to be based on the mini comic. So I want to take a look at that mini comic and see how close he is, just so we can do a comparison. Wow, you guys are typing away like crazy. Todd hates Mechanic. Oh, hey, you know what that alarm means? That alarm means my auctions are live. Right now I have 2 auctions that just started. Should be starting right now. And they are Tongue Lasher from Super 7. The Classics version, starting bid $1. And the other auction is for a Clamp Champ, because I bought a whole bunch of Clamp Champs one time so I could make a whole bunch of Hebrews. And every time I tried to make a Hebrew and sell them, I lost money on it, so I stopped making them. Because nobody wanted to pay the price that it cost me for the armor, the sword, and the figure. And so I stopped making them just because it wasn't worth it. But I ended up with a whole bunch of Clamp Champs left over, so I decided to put one online. And again, starting bid for Clamp Champ is also $1. You can click the link in the description. It should be in there, and it should take you to my auctions. And again, Clamp Champ and Tongue Lasher from Super 7, and they're both the classic style. So there you go. All right, let's go and continue on. So let's see. So in the comic, that's where I was going before I got interrupted by my alarm. Here is the comic version right here. And what's different about this is, wow, someone's already bid on Clamp Champ. Look at that. What's different about it is the right around there, the feathers around the neck. And that's what really sets this off from being different. And there's no jetpack on him either. It's just feathers around his neck. And then, of course, he has the same wings and everything else. And he also has toes and not sock boots. So that's a little different too. So they would have gave him toes. That would have been kind of cool. Now, I've seen somebody make one of these one time on their own, and they actually used the feet from Ular, and that was pretty clever, I thought, to do that. Now, of course, his toes look more, you know, mangled than a standard human with the long toenails. Wow, someone bid on Tongue Lasher, too. I'm going to turn off the sound so it's not going in the background so you guys can't hear people bidding all the time. And here we have the Classics version of him. And the Classics version does have the little ruffled neck feathers and does have the Beastman feet. And so it's really cool when they made this one. Now, the original version that Super 7 made for this, was it Super 7? I don't remember. It came in a 3-pack. Yeah, it was Super 7. It came with a Prince Adam and him and Trapjaw. One thing they did, which I wasn't too keen on, was they made the wings like super floppy. And so I actually took mine and just went and painted these gold and you use the ones that are more stiff so they won't be so floppy. So these are actually the original from the original Classics, but it's the same build. But yeah, it was like, you know, I don't know why they didn't do that with this one. That'd been really cool. And the new belt and the toed feet. But, oh well, close, but no cigar. Now, when it comes to Stratos, there is also a female in his life as well. And here she is. Ba-ching! Hopefully they make her in Origins as well. And here's the other one. So I got a blue and a red for the backpacks. The backpacks really don't belong to them. It belongs to... well, that didn't work right. Oh well. It belongs to Stratos. I just kind of squished them around their waist to make them fit tighter. But they did 2 different hairstyles. They got red hair and blonde hair. And these were made by Super 7. And the first batch I got of these, their paint came off their waist. But these are pretty cool. And their necks were too short. So you look at my video, I'll show you how to make their necks longer. Because originally their short little stubby necks just did not work. But anyway, I'll put those back away. Now, for some reason, I have just gone crazy collecting Stratos. Let me go back to your guys' comments. Now, I'm not a Stratos fan, and you think I would be by the amount of Stratos figures that I have immensed over time. Wow, you guys are really chatting a lot. Yeah, I think one of them's their sister, one's his wife or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what the whole storyline is. But this is the original Classics version. And then they actually, yep, this is the Classics one. Then they released one that was the comic version, which had the red armor and the blue wings. Ta-da! And so I thought it'd be fun to make one that was all red and all that was all blue. So here's my red Stratos. Because basically, you know, he has different warriors that all work for him, you know. So there's Team Red. And then here's Team Blue. What is this one? So I got 2 Team Reds? What? Why would I do that? Oh, that's because this red is from the figure, and this is from the weapons pack. See, the backpack's a different shade of red. I don't know why I did that, but I guess I wanted to show one of the weapons pack and the original. Yeah, I went crazy on the Stratoses. They're really cheap, and I kept just buying them at the time because they kept having them on sale. And so I just kept purchasing them. And then I have the ultra elusive rare Stratos with the wrong loincloth. What happened was they had an error figure for a short while where they had Beastman's loincloth on him instead of Stratos' loincloth. So that was a kind of cool one. I know, I'm kind of going crazy on the Stratoses. Oh, I got one more. Hold on, it's in my top figures set. I gotta move the She-Ra ones out of the way. She-Ra. And dun, da, da. Dun, da, 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 da. Okay, this is the cool Stratos. This is the one. Hopefully he's still in here. Here he is. Oh, okay. This is the Stratos that I use most of the time. And what's cool about him is he has 2000X hands, because the original Stratos, he can't hold nothing. I mean, look at that. He has just hands that are just open, and how lame is that? So this is the 2000X hands. I used the 2000X version that had the extra boot jets on it, and drilled a hole in the side of this and added a control. So it makes sense for him to have a control to actually turn on the jets, turn them off. Then I added a He-Man sword to him, and I made it so his head could look up a little higher. So this is my main Stratos that I use all the time when Stratos attacks, because I think he's pretty cool. Now I did buy a Red Devil figure one time, and Red Devil came with this right here. And so DC's Red Devil had this thing that looks like the staff they had, and I got this staff way before they had the staffs out that they have now. So I'm surprised that they did not have the staffs come with any of the Stratoses for Origins. Oh well. I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles, right? All right, let me go and check out your guys' comments, because you guys have been just commenting like crazy. Staff of Avalon, thank you so much. Man, Rick, I should have you sitting next to me right here on these videos so I can just look at you and say, Rick, what is that called? Because you always have the answers, man. Hero, can you take off the Origins jetpack and put on the Origins? Oh, put on... You mean you want me to take the feathers off of my classics and put it on the Origins? I don't know, man. I hate pulling the heads off these, because Super 7, when they made them, the seams break really easy. Sorry, man. I just do not want to risk having the head post break inside this figure, because Super 7, when they made these first batches especially, when you pull the heads off, the neck posts pull, and it cracks the side of the neck right there. So this one's not cracked yet. So I'm not going to pull it apart. I know it's not that hard normally, but I'm not going to do it. Now, did it come with a... No. I don't know why it didn't come with them. It would be kind of cool. It would have been so easy for them to make that. They already have the molds. They could have got them from Super 7, or somebody could have made them, because Mattel owns the rights to all the stuff. So I don't know why they didn't do that. Let me take a look here. I don't recall if Beastman has sock feet or if he actually has toe feet in the Origins line. Let's take a look. I think he has sock feet too. Yeah, he does. He's got the sock feet going on. I was hoping he had the toed feet. I was like, oh, they could have just used that. But anyway. Yes, Super 7 stuff sometimes can be kind of tough. I have noticed that you know, the quality when they first came out was not spectacular. So it took a while to get it good. Yep, Todd's flock of Stratos. I know, it's kind of crazy. Let me stick them all out there so they can all be on camera at the same time. I mean, these are cool. Don't get me wrong. It's just I fear the wind, and they are kind of spendy if you end up ruining them trying to get another one back. Now, I did save his old blue wings, the ones I painted, so that I can stick the old ones back on that are unpainted to put them back to original configuration. So in case for some reason me or my kids decide they want to sell them, they can put them back to the original configuration instead of the ones that I painted. There we go. Let's put the girls out there too. Might as well. Huh. And at least Stratos is human, so it makes sense that the girls are human too, unlike Buzz-Off. Look at all the Stratoses. If I put them in a ball, they'd be stratospheres. I know, lame joke. Stratos looks Amish. You know, he does. That is funny. I think it's the beard. And of course, he always looked kind of monkey-like flying monkeys from like the Wizard of Oz. Eat, eat. Here come the monkeys. You know, and especially when he's furry on the outside of his gray suit. You know, so it makes you wonder if this is like some gray fur. And I saw one time somebody, it was so cool, they actually flocked their Stratos with gray flocking, and it actually did look pretty cool. I was like, yeah, it was like this fuzzy flocking, and so they had a gray flock Stratos, and that was pretty cool looking. They actually did it for the original 80s line, not the classics. If you could just heat up the head and remove it on the classics. Sorry, Bob, the awesome Bob. It's just, I know it's not much to ask, but I just don't want to risk it with those figures. I've had problems in the past, especially with Stratoses. The first Stratos I ever had, his side actually cracked from the hot water. So I'm always fearful, especially with those ones, because those 3-packs, as you know, they're up to $900 now for a stupid 3-pack of those guys. So not gonna risk it, man. Too much for the replacement value. But yeah, that would be cool though. Let me see if I can get it off without taking his head off. Let's just see. No, the hole's too small. Ugh. Ugh. Oh. Maybe. You know, if I pulled it off the back of his head first, man, get it off that way. Oh, so close. Let's try it again. Let's go off the front. Over his nose. Over his eyes. Hey, look at that. I got it off without pulling the head off. So now let's go ahead and pull this off. Someone said just pull their arms off to get the armor off. Yep, that does work well. Let's go ahead and throw him in the water. Just give him a few seconds. We'll heat him right up and we'll throw that on there and see what he looks like without those feathers on. You know, maybe I should talk to somebody about casting these. That'd be kind of cool for people. And they could have their figure with the correct pieces on it. Oh, let's just put his arm back on too. There you go, man. Dun, da, da. I'll leave the camera on there for a minute in case you got a little slow connection so it can unpixelate. There you go, awesome Bob. You're welcome. Look like Cecil from Mr. Deeds. That's funny. You know, I'm going to go over here to the other side of my room and see if I can find a regular Stratos from Origins. I'm going to leave the camera on here for a minute so you guys can ooh and ah at the feather neck piece. No luck, you guys. I could have sworn I got 2 Stratoses so I could two different wing sets. But I guess I never went and bought the other one. Which is funny because I bought another Mysterio just so I'd have extra parts so I could swap them out. But I never bought the second Stratos. So, oh well. Let's see. I'm thinking of wearing a beard like Stratos. I might get cooler with the ladies. Rick, let me know how that goes. Anyway. Oh, I have an idea. I've been thinking about it for a while. I was talking to my wife about it. I'm thinking about doing maybe a Zoom call with certain people. I might set it up and I might have like a small fee or something and set up a Zoom call for the first 8 people that sign up. And we'll do it live streaming to YouTube so you guys can all enjoy it. So 9 of us could get together and discuss Masters of the Universe. And I wanted to talk about the new Revelation cartoon. So that's what I was kind of thinking of doing, is making a special Hebrew session where we do it over Zoom, but then we broadcast the Zoom on a live YouTube feed. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that. If you are, contact me on Facebook. That's probably how I'll run it, so I can make sure I know who the 8 people are that will be part of it. And I'll probably have a small nominal fee for everybody to join, probably like $12.50 or something. I'm not sure what it's going to be, something small, just to say, yep, I'm actually serious about it, and I'll have you guys pay via PayPal, and that way then I'll know who you are. So in case something goes wrong during the stream, then I can say, hey, that was so and so, you know. So just something I think it'd be really cool to do, to start doing more things like that. So just look for, oh, look, his little hat. It's like some kind of islander. That is hilarious. Anyway, so let me know if you guys think about that idea about doing a live stream from using Zoom with 8 fans of Hebrew. Now, eventually, I was planning on doing more Zooms with people that actually become members of, I'm not sure what it's called, members or something, where you join up on YouTube. And then I do more of those Zoom streams with certain people and stuff and different members. I think it'd be kind of cool to all get together. And, of course, you'd have to have a camera so people can see you. So don't be camera shy. We're not going to have anybody doing voice only. And then the rest, everybody else can just watch it on YouTube like you are now and leave comments and stuff. And then we'll answer them. Let's see. Check out the Mega Custom on Facebook that had an awesome set of head feathers and built for Mini Comics Origin Stratos. Nice. Wish Mattel would sculpt some bare feet for some of these bootless characters. It would look way better. Yes, the sock feet are just crazy. It's like, come on, we're not living in the 80s anymore. Yes, the Bluebeard Stratos would be cool. I hope they release a Bluebeard Stratos. That would be awesome. All right, well, thanks for joining me tonight, you guys. I don't know if you've seen my other videos I put together, the New Adventures one and the 80s He-Man figures, but check those out. People are starting to watch them. It's kind of fun to see how many people are actually logging in to watch those ones. And that's all I got. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, share the videos. And if you want any part of the live fun, contact me on Facebook. And then we'll set up the live Zoom so that we can do it here and have everybody join in. Or not every, yeah, everybody from Facebook can join in and watch live and leave comments. So that will be cool. All right. Bye now. Was there any last questions before I go? I thought he could fly to the sun when I had him in the 80s. Yes. Yeah, of course, he's based off of the story of Icarus with the wax wings. So, of course, in Greek mythology, they have Icarus who flew too close to the sun because he didn't listen to his dad, and the wax melted on his wings, and he plummeted. In fact, a lot of the Masters of the Universe figures actually are based on Greek mythology. If you go back and you take a look at Greek and Roman mythology, you know, the majority of the figures are based on somebody usually from Greek mythology. So it's kind of cool to go back. In fact, when I was a teenager, I actually used my figures to help me pass my class on a Greek mythology. All right, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next video.